Today's episode was made possible through the support of the Thought Emporium, who is an amazing YouTube channel and a Canadian super nerd, and you should check him out. It's also made possible through the support of dozens of viewers just like you. If you're interested in what I do, if you're interested in science and technology and helping me teach this kind of thing to the world, check out the links below in the description and see how you can get involved. I appreciate everything you do. Thank you. Hi guys, I'm Chris Boden and welcome back to The Bench. Today, I gotta do like an update video for you because thank you. Wow. Thank you guys for being amazing. And okay. So let me break this down. This is the SMD update video. Okay. So a horrible, very cruel, abusive man who likes to torture me, Avatech, who we love and he is amazing, sent me in this kit because he decided, well, actually it's kind of cool because I wanted to learn how to solder. Fundamental nerd skill, right? I wanted to learn this. And I'm like, as I solder, I'm going to make a set of videos of me learning. And I just called them the electronic series. And I'm like, this is just me learning how to solder. And I did. It was really cool. Like in what, 10 episodes, I learned how to solder. And I'm not amazing at it. I'm not some living god of fucking melting metal, but I'm good at it. Like, I'm genuinely good at it. And when you learn a new skill, there's the 80-20 line, okay? You learn the first 80% of what you need to know in the first 20% of your time, okay? So it only took me 10 hours to really learn how to be decent at soldering. And then there's the 20% side. You'll spend 80% of your time in learning a new skill, getting that last 20%, and that's where you really fucking master it. And that's hard. But the cool thing is, because you're over that initial hump, you feel a lot better about it. You've got encouragement. You're like, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna suck at this forever. I can do shit, and that's really cool. I like learning new stuff. You may have noticed that. I have a channel all about learning new stuff, and I like teaching stuff too. But with the soldering, the plan was I was going to do a quick series and learn how to solder, and cool. Well, I learned something else along the way. I learned a lot of other things along the way that I hadn't expected. First off, I learned about these kits. Okay, there's a billion of them. They're all over the internet. There's companies like Jamico and Velleman and a bunch of other ones, a lot of them don't even have names, that sell these little kits, and they're cheap as chips. Like this one is a 3 to 6 volt 6-bit clock electronic DIY soldering kit. Okay, super simple, like one page of instructions and a handful of parts, and you're going to make a cool thing. And this is my next kit, by the way. There's your super secret background info. But I really like putting them together. This is fun. It isn't just I'm learning a thing. It's I really enjoy doing this. And you guys like watching them, which is cool. And they're really slow. They're really chill. Like, it's basically slow TV. And we're making a thing. So I'm going to keep doing these. And I'm going to call it Kits with Chris. And it's not always going to be electronics. I'll do other kits. And if you guys have a kit you want me to put together, send one in and I'll take a shot at it. Absolutely no guarantee of success. And I've decided that's an important part of the Kits with Chris is I have some of them that are complete failures. The traffic light, fucked it. Don't know why. Kind of sad about that because I was really excited about the traffic kit. And if they fail, I'm going to show that I just spent an hour putting this thing together and damn thing didn't work. We'll come back to them in the future. And as I learn more about electronics and as we're doing diagnostics and stuff like that, we'll go back to them and like I'll hang out with Enos and see if we can make the damn thing work, and it'll be cool. But so look out for that, the Kits with Chris series. And you'll notice the electronic series has been renamed to Kits with Chris because I'm going to do an actual electronics series where we're going to learn electronics step by step out of the two books I have. And the two books are in my Amazon store. I strongly recommend you if you don't know anything about electronics and you want to learn, like this is 101. This is really basic. So if you're like an electronics dude, don't waste your time. I'm dumb. But I'm going to do basic electronics, and we're going to learn about capacitors and resistors and inductors and transformers and current flow and voltage dividers and potentiometers and all that stuff. Okay, it's really, really, really basic because I'm dumb and I'm starting from zero. But it's going to take a long time. There's a lot of work to do in the series. If you like the robot series, it's going to be like that, but even more mellow, even more chill. I like the electronics videos because they tend to be more zen, which is cool. But one of the other things I learned along the way was this kit. Okay, right when I was starting to like feel my oats and have my shit together and think, yes, I can solder, Avitech sent me this. And this is disgusting. This is terrible. This is horrible. And see, it looks all right like that, but what you got here is a 2-foot paint job, okay? And I'm going to, here, that is what it looks like up close. Okay, that's under, because you're used to seeing it on the camera, like the normal levels of magnification, but when you get really up close, it's really fucking terrible. It looks like a battle zone. This is what things look like after the machine wars. Just damn. Now realize that's under really high magnification. The fucking carnage. This was bad, and I can do better. But in order to do better, I had to up my game a little bit. And you don't know what you don't know. Now I knew real quick that I wanted to get a hot air type thing. And I did a lot of looking online, and I came up with 2 answers. And one is I have the ISO standard, really inexpensive hot air thing. I got it surplus from the lab, and it's got a really big nozzle on it, and it wouldn't go down tight enough. I use it, you've seen me use it in videos a million times. I use it for all my heat shrink stuff. And Avitech sent me in, because him and I got talking about stuff, and I found this really awesome, like crazy expensive, you can spend thousands of dollars on a hot air rework station without even trying. Like there's nothing to it. And then I got looking at it, and I was like, okay, I don't, there's no way in hell I need like a $2,000 hot air rework station. But there's this one that's like $250. It's really nice, and it does all kinds of shit, and it's got really tiny tips, and okay, that's cool. And he's like, no, you're not good enough for that. You're not ready for that. People that do this for a living have tools like that. You're hobby level. Stay in your lane, fucker. And I was like, yes, you're right. Okay, cool. I'm just learning the basics. I don't need that tool. But I put it on my wish list because what the fuck? I was like, I'll just put it on my wish list. Now understand, I have an Amazon wish list of like things I would like. And that doesn't mean these are things I'm ready for or things that I'm anywhere near fucking qualified to use. But I just put on there because that's my dream list. I was like, yeah, I'll get that in the future. And I make it public because every now and then random weirdos on the internet like to send me stuff, and I appreciate it, and that's really cool. So I just put that on my wish list. I'm like, okay, cool. And he sent me in a set of tips that I can use with the hot air station that I have. And okay, I'll learn with that, and it's good, and it's basic, and it'll do what I'm doing. Because what I'm doing is fucking tiny. Have you seen this? It's fucking tiny. Okay, like we're starting at 1206, and those are the giant ones, and we're going down to 0402, which hurts my soul. Okay, these are like grains of sand. So I went with that, and I was cool. Now, one of the things I wasn't expecting is that every now and then somebody jumps up and just is like, hey, you're doing a thing that I'm interested in, and I've done it, and it's really hard, and I want to see you suffer at it. Turns out there's more than just Avitech who wants to see me suffer. Now, this is the soldering iron I've been using. Now let's put this into the SMD for scale. It's big. And this is a tiny soldering iron. This is like, compared to what I'm used to, this is a totally average, normal soldering iron, maybe kind of small. So a friend of mine who is a level 5 sponsor of the show. Like, he's a big dog. He's in here. He's one of the tier 5 Patreon people. Probably just because he likes the smut. Yes. Sends me in this. Are you fucking seeing that? Do you see how tiny that is? If I turn this on edge, it's still half the size. And this is a whole new thing. Look at how tiny that is. It's like, it's really small. I like this tool. This is the FM 2032 tip for the Hako. And because go big or go home, he sent me the whole thing. He sent me the whole damn thing. The Hako FX951. It's got like a programming card to it, a safety thing, so you can't fuck it up. Want to bet I can fuck it up? Okay. But I got a whole new soldering iron to figure out, and this thing is impressive. So that's a major upgrade to the bench, a major upgrade to the electronic series, and that's really what I wanted to talk about is I got gear upgrades, and thank you, because Avitech and Michael have just decided that, okay, they want to see me suffer, they want to see me learn electronics, because if I can do it, you can do it, and that's a really big deal, okay? So a bit of a gear upgrade, and this stuff is mainly just for, I'm going to solder these fucking things. And we're going to talk about this in just a second, but I want to talk about the other giant piece of gear that came in. All right, so this is where shit gets real, because the $250 soldering station that is capable of far more than I have the mojo for wasn't enough for him, apparently. He sent in this. This is the x-tronic 9050 Pro. It's the Pro series. And this is another like $250 super expensive, oh my god thing. This is the world's most precise blow dryer. It's a hot air rework station and possibly precision toaster. And oh my god, like it's got fucking knobs and shit. It's got things I don't begin to understand. And I don't know, I haven't even turned it on yet. I'm half terrified of it because you gotta take these out on the bottom before you turn it on. And there's a little rubber isolation mount switch tells me there's probably well, there's a blower in there. There's an air compressor. So that's a thing. And we're gonna look at these in detail in the future. But before I really do a video on them, what I wanted to do is get a chance to use them and learn the basics and know what the fuck I'm talking about before I dive in. And I now have two tools for SMD that are lifer tools. Like these are tools that will last me for years and years because it's going to take me the first year just to learn how to use the goddamn things. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but we'll figure it out together. We can do this and it'll be fun and it'll be cool. So, that being said, see this kit? I have a whole new one. It's not a big deal, they're only like 10 bucks. But I have a blank one of these, a brand new kit that has never been kissed, and I'm going to do it over again, soup to nuts, and I'll even do it on live. It's gonna be a super boring live stream to watch. But I'm gonna do this again with the new tools, not just so that I can learn the SMD stuff, but so that I can learn the touch, the feel of cotton, of learning how to use the new tools. And that's what it's really about, is mastering the new tools. And if I have to do this damn thing 3 times to get it right, I fucking will, because I'm patient and stubborn. And I want to learn this. I want to master this. And I don't need to be a god at SMD soldering, but I want to not suck at it. And if you guys are going to take the time and the effort and the investment to invest in me learning this stuff, because if I learn it, then I can teach it. I have a really profound respect for that. Like, I take that very seriously. If you guys are going to be like, hey, Boden's learning a thing. All right. let's fuck him up. Boom! And it's like, all right, damn it, I'll do the work. I'll learn it. I'm going to make this happen. So that's the big update on the electronics bench. And in other things on the bench, I finally got a decent fucking pair of strippers. And I'm so happy about this. These weren't donated. I bought these because I needed real strippers or I was going to take a fucking hostage. So these are my favorite strippers in the world, and I'm going to do a little video coming up soon where we compare and contrast these, which are the nicest you can get, with these, which are the cheapest, shittiest ones I could get. But they're good because they're professional manufacture. So we're gonna talk about that in an upcoming video. But other thing that I upgraded was this, and this was absolutely a fucking impulse buy, because I have plenty of hot glue guns, but I had to get dust masks at Home Depot the other day, and I saw this, and man, for electronics work, this is the shit. I fucking love this tool. It was $9. Super cheap, it's dual temp, it's high or low, and the thing that got my attention is it's tiny, and look at how tiny the tip is. And I've learned that in the electronics world, hot glue is a thing that I didn't think I would need, but I'm using a lot, especially with the little micro Tesla coil kits, as a way to just mount floppity components to a board. You just squirt some hot snot on there, and it's not like in the professional world, they tend to use like a Celastic stuff, which is basically just fucking caulk, really. It's like silicone caulk. But hot glue will do for me. And I got to get some of the little skinny glue things for it. I was dumb and didn't buy any, but I probably have a couple in stock. But I saw this for $9 and just, this was cool. So that's the other upgrades to the bench. So there's your electronics update video. So when you start seeing me use new tools, and the reason I wanted to do this was, one, I wanted to thank everybody, especially Avitech and Michael, for just being awesome and helping out and believing in me, and that matters a lot to me, and I'm thankful for that. But I wanted to let you guys know that when you see me using these weird new tools, just, yes, it's coming, I'm going to do a video on it, but I can't do the video until I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So you're going to see the tools in the videos before I actually do like a review on them. And I didn't do an unboxing video and shit like that because who the fuck cares? I try not to do unboxing videos unless it's something that I would want to watch an unboxing video on. And it's a soldering iron and a hot air rework station. And what are you going to get out of an unboxing video? I want to see it used. I want to see it doing stuff. I want you to have an opinion. So yeah, that's what I got. There's your update video. Thank you for hanging out. You guys have fun. I'm Chris Boden, and as always, we'll see you next time.